When you feel it's hopeless, when you think that you lost, oh, I will take your hand and we'll rise up from the dust. Oh, here we go, 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 let us heal and grow. You won't be alone, we're unstoppable. Don't be afraid to show what we're going for. This is what we know. Here we come back to life, we're still breathing, standing up.
Will be Lagdom, and representing green will be the Peg Leg Pirates of Yoho. As we get set into the game, we have what appears to potentially be a Alpha Bravo strategy coming from the Peg Leg Pirates of Yoho side. And on the opposite end, it looks like a Charlie Bravo set for the Lagdom. We are riding on board with Seminole as he approaches the Bravo cap. And Torps are coming inbound from his starboard side, as both the Peg Leg Pirates destroyers try to maneuver their ships so that they don't take those incoming torps. Early on, Peg Leg Pirates of Yoho have picked up the Alpha and Bravo cap, while Charlie cap has gone over to Lagdom. Shells raining down as the Missouri of Matty Boy is the focus. Returning fire being sent to the Iowa for the side of Lagdom, Valafor. Approaching the Bravo cap is Chevo's Z46, and he gets torps launched away. The two destroyers for the side of Peg Leg Pirates are starting to react, but it looks like they will be able to get out unscathed. Shots still being rained down upon Matty Boy, and the returning fire is now onto the Z46 of Chevo as he is taken down to 1/3 HP. Bravo cap is being contested, and the shots rain down onto the Fletcher for the side of the Peg Leg Pirates. Fletcher taking heavy damage. He's reduced down to 1/3 HP. Peg Leg Pirates of Yoho do retain the cap with 427 remaining. The Fletcher for the side of Yoho has attempted to smoke and gets out with his life. And I expect soon that Seminole is going to take fire. He is forced to smoke. And if the two destroyers for the side of Lagdom decide to push up, they can take this cap. On the bottom side of the map, Z46 Black Queen has done a heavy flanking maneuver and has gotten behind the battleship lines of the Peg Leg Pirates. With their attention drawn away from the main fight to deal with this destroyer, we'll see how that impacts the firefight and the focus fire done from Peg Leg Pirates. The side of Lagdom now pushes as a group into the Bravo cap, with the Musashi and the Z46 leading the charge. Right next to him is the Iowa of Valafor and the Ostergotland of Soldado. Lagdom now picks up the Bravo cap, and they have a 1 cap advantage. Focus fire is now on to 1080's Iowa. And the Musashi has been taken very, very low. Looks like it's going down T4 picking up the first kill for his team. It is now a 7 versus 6 in favor of the Peg Leg Pirates. With 2:46 remaining, the score count is 305 to 144. The Iowa for the side of Lagdom is being focused down by the Peg Leg Pirates. The Lagdom side does currently retain a 1 cap advantage, which is being contested by Seminoles Z46. Iowa Valafor is being focused down by the Peg Leg Pirates still. And on the opposite side of the map, the Z46 Black Queen is focusing down Whirligig's Chungmu. Whirligig slightly dodges that torpedo, which would have claimed his life. And Seminole taken down. It is now 6 versus 6 with 154 remaining. Whirligig is in severe danger here, as the Iowa Valafor has been put on a fire. It does appear to be a permanent fire, as he is not damage controlled. Whirligig's Chungmu is taken down by Z46, Black Queen, and the Iowa is taken down by T4, picking up a second kill of the game. Peg Leg Pirates of Yoho are now claiming the Bravo cap with 122 remaining. Matty Boy takes several hits, as well as a couple torps, and loses a turret. The focus is now onto the Donskoy, but the shots are a little too long. Matty Boy being focused. C46, Black Queen, might be the next to fall. Currently living with a sliver of health, he gets picked up. Chevo does pick up the Irish Pirate, and T4 picks up his third kill of the game. With 40 seconds remaining, it is currently 544 to 444. Very close game, as Lagdom pushes back into the B cap to take a 1 cap advantage. Matty Boy is super low. 100-point spread. They pick this kill up, then they will get 80 points. So there's a 20-point lead for the side of the Peg Leg Pirates. It is currently 3 versus 4. 8 seconds remaining. And a last-second salvo puts Lagdom back in front. And Lagdom wins game number 1. Very close game. And for the MVP honors, it goes over to the Donskoy for the side of Lagdom. Here are the damage calculations, damage charts for game number 1. All right, so incoming for game number 2. See if there are any ship lineup changes. Seminole is going to his Donskoy. So the Peg Leg Pirates of Yoho are going to be running a 3-2-3. 3-2-2. And on the side of Ladom, they are indicating that they might be going with a 3-2-2 as well. One player does drop down, or drop out. See what's going on with that. Game crash. Okay, we will take a couple minutes, try to get that player back in. 1080 is back, and the squads are all readying up. It does look like for the side of Lagdom, they might be going with their 3-1-3 for a second game in a row. And they are. Waiting on the start of the game. And we are going into game number 2. On the red side, we have Lagdom. We're represented in red. And then on the green side, we have the Peg Leg Pirates of Yoho. Lagdom have a 1-0 lead in this best of 5. The match is neighbors, domination style. And it is going to be a 3-2-2 versus a 3-1-3. Let's see how these ships interact. As we ride on board with the Irish Pirate and his Fletcher, he is steaming towards the A-cap. Tagging along with him is Seminole and his Donskoy. It does appear as though it will be a Alpha Charlie split for the side of Peg Leg Pirates. On the opposite end, it will also be a Alpha Charlie strategy, with the advantage being that the one destroyer, the Jutland, for the side of Lagdom, is going to be able to take Bravo uncontested. Both Alpha and Charlie are being contested by the 1 DDs apiece, and Bravo is picked up by Lagdom for the very first game. For the very first cap. Lagdom Z46 and Donskoy are approaching the Alpha cap, as are the Donskoy and Fletcher for the side of the Peg Leg Pirates. On the Charlie cap, torpedoes are launched down by the Black Queen towards Whirligig. Fire down onto Black Queen as Black Queen turns out. Charlie is picked up by the Peg Leg Pirates of Yoho. And on the opposite end, Alpha is still being contested, but the Irish Pirate has been forced to move out of the cap. Focus on this side is down onto Chevo, with the return focus onto the Irish Pirate, who takes a good shot from the broadside. The Jutland for the side of Lagdom is moving over to the Charlie cap and is going to run into Whirligig head on. The Jutland is smoked up, and they are starting to trade fire. On the outskirts of C, we have the battleship line for the Peg Leg Pirates of Yoho with the 1 Kronstadt. The Iowa being the focus target. Iowa takes a heavy hit as 1080 is forced to retreat. On the opposite side of the map, Alpha is being picked up by the Peg Leg Pirates of Yoho as Seminole finds himself being focused down. Seminole is trying to back up and around this rock. Alpha is not claimed yet, as Charlie started being contested. Whirligig's Jutland is fighting off the Black Queen Z64, as the Z64 is forced to retreat. Matty Boy starting to be the focus here, as the 2 battleships are on the side of Lagdom are trading health. The Donskoy for the side of Lagdom charging into the Alpha cap, forcing the Irish Pirate to start to withdraw. Irish Pirate is taken to 1/3 HP as the Donskoy takes heavy damage and loses a turret. Donskoy starting to back up as the Irish Pirate makes it out of his smoke and behind the rock. With 3 minutes left in the game, it is currently 84 to 144 in favor of Lagdom. Shells raining down onto Ron Swanson's Minnesota. As the Jutland Soldado launches a torp stream in his path. He does come out of his smoke. Ron Swanson's Minnesota still the focus fire. And he does go on flood. The Jutland does manage to evade those shells. And the Irish Pirate is still sitting behind this rock. Matty Boy is going to run into a couple of those torpedoes as he's looking to push the Lagdom forces back. Whirligig's Jutland has entered the Bravo Cap where he's going to run into Soldado head on and should be able to pick up this kill. One more good salvo should do it. And Seminole does pick up the first kill for his team. It is currently 7 to 6 in favor of Peg Leg Pirates. Peg Leg Pirates are now starting to take over the B cap. Shots running down onto Chevo's D46 as he evades most of those shells, and the Musashi of Triple G takes a couple of torpedoes and one salvo. Matty Boy is turning back towards C. Whirligig and company are starting to push forward. Ron Swanson's Minnesota is starting to take heavy damage. His next salvo will probably take him out. And does, as the Donskoy for the side of Ladom takes up that kill. The Donskoy is being focused here. With 45 seconds remaining, it is 249 to 344. For the side of Peg Leg Pirates, they're going to need to pick up one of these kills. As Whirligig is on the retreat, being focused down here. And Peg Leg Pirates of Yoho can't get their shots to go over the rock, and Whirligig gets picked up. With 13 seconds for left, I don't think the result is in doubt. Lagdom is going to go up 2-0 in this best-of-5 series. T4 does pick up the Black Queen right at the end of the game. Triple G picks up the MVP for his team as Lagdom pushes up to 2-0. It is now up to the Peg Leg Pirates of Yoho to win the next 3 games in order to advance to the grand finals. Here are the damage charts for game number 2. Both of these games have been very, very close and decided within the last 30 seconds. So, you know, a minor change could make a significant impact. The next map is going to be Chain, an epicenter map. I have noticed that teams that are running a 3-1-3 comp typically do very well versus a 3-2-2 comp on this map. They have the ability to get more destroyers into the epicenter, which then the enemy team has a hard time contesting. waiting for a couple of members to come back in. Looks like the Peg Leg Pirates of Yoho are going to go with their 3-2-2 comp, possibly. Seminole did back down. He is their potential third DD player. Let's see if he decides to shift over to his destroyer. For the side of Lagdom, they are going to be playing their 3-1-3. It does seem as though there is some discussion here among the Peg Leg Pirates on which lineup they would like to go. I will say it is very difficult being able to contest the epicenter with only 2 destroyers versus a 3 destroyer team. One player does back out. Looks like the Irish Pirate is the one that we are potentially waiting on. Unless there's a substitution. Husky has been substituted in, and he is bringing in his Fletcher. Let's see how this changes up the game. As both teams are set, it will be a 3-2-2 for the side of Peg Leg Pirates versus a 3-1-3 for the side of Lagdom. Initially, the early strat would be that the side of Lagdom is going to take the epicenter. So the strategy for Yoho would be taking the second and third ring. Let's see how these two teams play out. On the green side, Peg Leg Pirates of Yoho, the defending Ruler of the Wave 6 champions, versus, on the red side, Lagdom, the Latin American Kings. And we are on board with Black Queen's Z46 as he heads into the epicenter. They are slow pacing. Typically when you want to slow pace like that, it's so that you can offset, capture the ring as the enemy leaves it, and then you can still contest the following cap because they should be moving forward. Whirligig is going to be running into these 3 destroyers here. As he is forced to smoke, getting shots down, and takes significant damage. Seminole's Donskoy has been caught out as he is retreating behind the rock. And Seminole gets picked up by Valifor. Valifor taking the first kill of the game as his team goes up 7 ships to 6. Whirligig gets a good torpedo launch as he has to retreat out. And with 5 minutes remaining in the game, Lagdom controls the center and second ring. They have a 1-ship advantage. Torpedoes are flying everywhere. The focus is now on to Matty Boys, Missouri. And returning fire is towards the Z46 of Chevo. Incoming torps as Matty Boy takes a salvo. Valifor's Iowa being targeted out. As the second ring is being contested. T4's Donskoy takes some heavy damage. And Whirligig's Jutland is the focus for the most part. Returning fire onto the Jutland, which misses wide right. And Matty Boy starting to move back forward, takes a critical hit, and he is almost out. Lagdom have complete control of this map at this point. All of their ships are healthy, and there are critical members who are missing and or low for the side of Peg Leg Pirates. Ron Swanson getting focused out as he starts to backpedal. And the Donskoy takes some significant damage as Husky gets taken down by Chevo. That is the second kill going over to Latham as they go up 7 ships to 5. With 2:58 remaining, the outlook does not look good for the side of Peg Leg Pirates. They have no control of any caps and are down 2 ships. Triple G takes down Matty Boy as the Lagdom team goes up 3 ships, 3 kills to none. 1080's Iowa is trying to flank around the side here, get a shot on this Donskoy. Ron Swanson's Georgia is the focus here as he is the lowest. And 1080 does get a good shot onto the Donskoy. We are on board with 1080. The Donskoy is retreating for the side of Lagdom, and 1080 is now getting chunked out. Whirligig is contesting the epicenter as 1080 does get taken down. It is now 7-3 with 1:35 remaining. Shells raining down, focuses on to Ron Swanson as Ron Swanson is taken to a sliver of health. Incoming salvo should finish him off, and does. Valifor picks up that kill for his team. It is now 7 versus 2 with 1:17 remaining. Whirligig is doing his best, but cannot do much when he is being focused down by 7 ships. And Whirligig does get taken down by Black Queen, and that ends the game. Latham has won the elimination bracket, and they have advanced to the grand finals, knocking off the defending champion, Ruler of the Wave 6, Peg Leg Pirates. Here are the damage charts for that game. And the Peg Leg Pirates of Yoho have finished 3rd for this tournament. We will now go to a brief intermission as we await the grand finals.